Yo, yo, yo! Welcome back to the page. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tinashe. I'm a 21-year-old from Zimbabwe, and this page is fully dedicated to building community, building relationships, and growth. I'm growing, I've got a lot ahead of me, and I know the person watching this video probably does too. So let's grow together. Okay, so you probably noticed that the title of today's video is Being Misunderstood, and that it's okay to be misunderstood. The reason why I chose to talk about this topic today is because I've realized that not everyone can understand you, and it's not their fault. You know, sometimes we think that it's arrogance or someone doesn't want to understand us, or people are choosing not to understand us. No, that's not the case. And I'll explain why. Okay, I'll give you a story. I'll give you a story time. When I was in junior school, I went to a junior school called Springville House in Zimbabwe, for those of you that know it. And I have to tell you, from grade 1 to like grade 5, when I was better in grade 5, but I was a menace. Like, guys, I was a menace. I was so naughty. I was so naughty. Oh, I used to get in trouble all the time. And I was a kid, right? It was just me being a kid, and I don't know, I just found myself always in trouble as a kid. And the reason why I'm telling you the story is because there are people that knew me, and I had a reputation of being the troublesome kid, of being a kid that just always got into trouble, was always doing something wrong or saying something wrong. And when I got to high school, I remember I was like, hey, I need to log in. Like, seriously, I need to log in. I'm putting that behind me. All the naughtiness, everything wrong that I've done, I'm putting it behind me. And I'm being a new person, right? I want to change. I want to change, and I want to be different. So I told myself, Form 1 of high school, hey, I'm going to be different. I'm going to create a new reputation for myself. And I was good for the most part. But 90%, I was good, solid kid. I was actually a good kid. And I bumped into someone, an old teacher of mine. I won't say the name. One of my teachers from when I was in junior school. And they were like, you've changed a lot. And I had matured more. I was now a school leader. I was a prefect in high school. And I had accomplished a lot of the goals I'd set for myself. And one of this teacher was like, I don't recognize you. You're not the same person. And I was like, yeah, I changed. And I didn't think anything of it, honestly. There was a normal interaction. Didn't think anything of it. Then like a couple of days later, I just thought of it, and it replayed in my mind. And I was like, it's so crazy how that one person had this whole view of me, this whole perception of who I was, because of the version that they saw of me at that time. And I thought, of course it'll be a surprise, and it's like, whoa, who is this person? Because people only know a certain version of you. People only know you from a certain time they see you, or they meet you, or they interact with you. I don't know if you've heard this before, but there's this phrase that's very popular, and it's first impression is lasting impression, or something like that. And it really comes to say a lot, because they had that first impression of me, that, hey, this kid is a menace, and that stuck with them. So when they now see a whole different version of you, it's like, whoa, who's this kid? I don't know who this kid is. So I thought about that, and how it ties into this video is people will misunderstand you because they don't think like you, they are not you, and they're not in your shoes. Only you can be you and do the best that you can, being yourself. Your goals for your life, what you want for your life, how you view the world, how you view life itself, that the choices you make, the decisions you choose to do on a daily basis. It's all up to you, and it's all you. So I'm thinking, if I had lived my life based on the parameters of what that person had thought of me, that, oh, I was just that troublesome kid, and I was like, I guess this is who I am, and I just lived like that, I wouldn't have grown. I wouldn't have changed, matured, become a new person, right? And the whole point of this video is to be fine with being misunderstood. If you're a person with big goals, big ambitions, maybe there's something you want for your life. Maybe there's something you want to try, you want to do. Maybe you have an entrepreneurship spirit. Maybe you have a passion for singing, a passion for sport. Maybe you just have a passion for something, and there's something you love and you want to do, and you know that this is my life. And when you sit by yourself, you constantly think of this thing. You constantly dream and fantasize, and you just think about these things. You know, you think and you have this vision in your mind, like, okay, I'm gonna do this in the next 4 years. Oh, I'm gonna try that, and then I'm gonna revert back to that. You know, you think of so many things you could do. And I'm just thinking, like, wow, no one can think for you. No one can think for you but you. So if people don't understand why you do what you do, maybe people will call you crazy. People will think all sorts of things. I'm here to tell you to throw that out the window. Like grab it, literally grab it, and throw it out the window. Because if there's something I've realized, it's the importance of staying true to what you love. I'll say that again. Staying true to what you love. A lot of successful people, or people who've made it, from what I've seen, have gone with their, I don't want to say gut feeling, but their instinct. You know, they've felt it. They've gone with it. They've felt like this is a God-given purpose that I have, that I need to follow through on. And they go with it, and they follow through, and they do it. And I guess that's the main point of this video, is do what makes you happy, what you're passionate about, and what makes life for you. What makes life worth living. Because that teacher that I knew couldn't live my life for me. They couldn't tell me, no, you have to then do this and that and this and this and that, right? I had to figure it on my own, like, no, I want to change, I want to grow, I want to do this. And it just happened. So be okay with being misunderstood. If you have a big goal, a big dream, people will call you crazy. They will call you crazy, delusional. What are you trying to do? You know, in Shona we say, "Jno makisa." Oh, I that term. You know, it just takes one person to be like, "Jno makisa," or something like that. You know, or that's embarrassing. And the reason is because people have a certain view of who you should be and who you are. That's all they can do. That's all they can think of, because they're not there when you're thinking of your dreams, your ambitions, or you're going through experiences and realizing more about yourself or who you are as a person, right? And I've come to realize that and understand that that's just how it is. So take that risk. Take that leap of faith. You may look stupid, you may look delusional, but hey, die trying. I started this content journey just a year ago, and I've seen some steady progress, some steady growth. And I know that a couple of years from now, I'm going to look back at this video and smile and laugh and be like, yes, we did it, let's go. but it takes an undeniable level of self-belief. It takes a level of delusion. Like literally, you have to be crazy. You literally have to be crazy, I promise. Like when you're filming in public, and people are watching, but you're just like, you know what, I don't even care. It takes insanity or sanity. Sanity is when you're sane. Insanity is when you're insane. Yeah. Insanity. To do these type of things, to take that leap of faith, it takes a lot. And I'm constantly on that journey right now. I believe in something, and I can see a vision, and I want to take people with me. I want people to grow with me. That's why I'm so passionate about this page. I'm so enthusiastic and excited for this page because of that reason. One life, I always feel like all it takes is one video, one interaction with someone to just completely change your life or change their life. Like, if you had a superpower, I was asked this question, if I had a superpower, what would it be? That's a good question. I think this is my superpower. What I want it to be. I want to change lives. I want to change people's lives. Change the way people think. Change the way people go about life in a way that makes life better for people. In a way that makes their quality of living better. And I mentioned this on my last video. My throat is... Let me sip some water real quick. All right, that's better. I mentioned this on my last video that, making a positive impact and creating a community can be one of the most fulfilling things ever. Because a lot of the times we only think about me. How can I benefit? How can I gain something? Do we ever take some time to just think, how can I give? How can I give? And maybe somewhere down the line, that effort will be given back to me. So if you're someone who has a big dream, big goals, things you want to do, go for it. Do it. It's like Nike, the brand. Just do it. So, I'm gonna leave you with this. Be okay with being misunderstood. It's okay if not everyone understands the vision that you have for yourself, or the goals that you want to achieve, or what makes you happy. At the end of the day, when you sit alone, it's just you and your thoughts. What makes you have that spark, that joy every single day? And when you find that thing, do it. And do it to the absolute max that you can. I'll be here with you. I'll be here for it. And I'm here for the journey. Let me know whatever challenges you are facing along the way, and we can help each other and help each other grow. And I'll be sharing from my side, my views, my thoughts, and my experiences. And let's walk this journey, this path together. That's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.